Some things haven't changed in Kashgar's old city. The majority of the houses have been renovated, but here in the Gaotai ancient residential area, the Uyghur style still dominates. 26-year-old Rustan Abduani lives here. His home is one of the nearly 500 households which have withstood the changing times so far.
This is where we have lived for generations. I hope the houses will be reinforced so that we can continue to stay here forever.
This small section of the old city is preserved as a showcase of Kashgar's past, but the houses are dilapidated.
We've been told the old sections of Kashgar are the best example of the traditional Islamic city to be found anywhere in Central Asia. To walk through the narrow alleys of the old city is to walk through living history. And in these tiny lanes, you're walking straight into people's lives.
Kashgar is changing, right down to the centuries-old adobe. 46-year-old Askar Mollahun is a senior architect. He is passionate about the old city. Renovation began 7 years ago. The government aims to stabilize the old houses and promises better living conditions. But where has the traditional architecture and its wisdom gone?
The
traditional Uyghur architectural style is usually closed to the outside, but has an internal open courtyard style layout, like having a big front hall with a skylight. The facade is often simple and plain. They rarely open windows, unless very small ones, considering the privacy of the room.
Askar says, like many cities, Kashgar has in some ways lost its old style to progress.
The neighborhood layout of the old city represents a free style of combination, but there is a very harmonious interlacing of some spaces. Most rooms are connected. There are different levels of scattered buildings with space changes and a lot of lighting changes.
In fact, Askar has taken part in the renovation. He thinks it's his best chance to keep the best of the old city. He wants Kashgar to remain a vibrant hub of Uyghur culture.
As urbanization speeds up across the country, many traditional villages and historical sites or buildings are disappearing. Through my years of research, I've found there are still quite a number of valuable traditional neighborhoods and communities that need immediate protection.
Renovation seems inevitable. Building the new is a trend both Chinese cities are pursuing. Rustam wants to stay in the old houses, though he doesn't know how long they can stand. He says moving to a modern building will be like putting his pigeons in cages. But living in the old city gives his spirit freedom to soar. CCTV from Kashgar in Xinjiang.